Hear me? All good? All right, let's make a start. Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michael Hicks, and I look after the business development efforts for OneTrace. It's great to have this opportunity to speak to you today, so big thank you to the ASFP. So I know this is the graveyard shift after lunch on the last day of the event, and you're all probably full of information from all the sessions you've been to. So I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, and just to offer you a lot of value that hopefully you find interesting and go away with as well. So I'm not here to talk about legislation. I'm not here to talk about the golden thread of information or how you can implement that into your sort of organizations. What I want to talk about is what OneTrace's expertise are. So we are a software developer, and I really think this is where our expertise can offer you some valuable insights. So I want to show you some of the hard work that we've been doing over the past year to develop our software to streamline the day-to-day tasks of contractors carrying out fire protection work. But before I get into that, I'd like to just touch on, just briefly, on the current approach to raising standards in the industry. So there's been extensive talks and discussions about raising standards, and lots of new legislation has been introduced to help push the industry forward. I think it's fair to say that this is very much a top-down approach to raising standards, where the legislation is set by obviously government or industry bodies, and this really dictates the ways of working for everybody involved in fire protection. This is obviously essential for the industry to make sure everybody's working from the same page. But I think we can all agree that this is often a slow process and can take a long time for the results to sort of trickle down to the guys on the ground and for any results to really come into fruition. So at OneTrace, we strongly believe that there also needs to be a bottom-up approach with a focus on the teams on the ground carrying out the fire protection projects on a day-to-day basis, streamlining their workflows, standardizing their processes, and helping them to work much more efficiently. So although the top-down approach is essential, improving the basics on an individual level is really how we can raise standards across every fire protection project and in turn benefit the whole entire industry. So we've taken this bottom-up approach and developed our system from the ground up. We have worked closely with contractors to understand the workflows of every individual involved in fire protection projects, from the operatives out capturing information, to the quality assurance managers, to the teams back in the office. We've sat down, we've studied how they carry out their day-to-day tasks, and then gone back to the drawing board to come up with innovative new ways to help them work much more efficiently. And we do this by asking ourselves questions. So questions like, how do we ensure that operatives are accurately capturing all the required information when installing a fire door? How can we easily provide QA managers with accurate information to make informed decisions? How do we ensure that clients receive detailed reports that include the required information on project completion? And how can we provide better transparency, traceability, and accountability across all fire protection projects? So this is our ongoing objective at OneTrace. We want to deliver the best possible product and customer experience for our users by constantly innovating and improving the quality of work being conducted by the teams that are on the ground. And by doing this, we think we will raise standards, and we'll also ensure compliance from the ground up. So to keep ourselves focused, we've set ourselves a vision as a company, and that vision is to build a world where every building is protected against fire. So where contractors' software connects to capture, document, and streamline their fire protection projects, raising standards and ensuring compliance. Now, I know this is a very ambitious vision, and it's one that we can't achieve on our own, so we need to work with our clients, we're going to work with our partners, we're going to work with industry bodies to really help us fulfill this vision. But this really serves as kind of our North Star, and it gives us direction as a company to know that we're working towards something meaningful and impactful. And we also know that technology is going to play a key part in us achieving this vision as well. And we believe that great projects start with great technology, and as professionals in the construction industry, I think you all know that the right tools are crucial for you to deliver high quality work, and technology should be seen as no different. It's just another tool that's going to help you work much more efficiently in your day-to-day project work. Which is why we take a technology-first approach to construction, where we continuously invest in product development to ensure that we are always innovating and delivering the best possible product and user experience. Now, as I mentioned before, we've been working really hard over the past year to completely redesign and rebuild OneTrace from the ground up. So I'm not sure how many people here have seen OneTrace before. I know a few of you have seen it. But at the end of last summer, we decided to go back to basics and completely rebuild OneTrace on a completely new code base. So we've just started from scratch, and this is now going to allow us to better support our customers, but also the industry, and help us innovate at a much faster pace. So we've called this product update Nexus, and we're going to start testing it in the next few weeks with beta testing, and then we're going to start rolling out over the summer months as well. And I could stand here and tell you about the new features that we're bringing out with that, but I don't think that's very valuable unless I sort of show you some context behind the features as well. So what I want to do is dive in and show you some of the workflows that we've set up to show you the new system in action and how it's actually supporting teams on the ground as well. Okay? So let's start with looking at capturing data and looking at the workflows of, say, an operative or a surveyor or anyone that's going down to site to capture information. So your operative will get on site and they will open up the new OneTrace app. And they're going to see a personalized welcome page as they open up their mobile phone and see the OneTrace app. Now this provides them with all the information they need about their project. So they can see here that they've got some RAMs to address, they've got some pending notifications they need to go through, and they can also see the upcoming schedule as well. They'll then click into their project. And here they have all their information about their project. They can see their RAMs, they can see their timesheets where they can clock in and clock out. They can see any documents they need to review or any specifications and anything else to do with the project itself. And if they slide across, they can even see the map and the location, so they know that they're working in the actual right location for the project as well. They can then look at their work for the day, and here they'll see a list of their jobs on their job sheets. Now these will be various different trades or very different tasks that they're doing. These could be things they've carried out over the previous few days, or it could be tasks that maybe one of the managers in the office has set for them to carry out in the next couple of days. And they can continue to use these to work on these tasks, or they can click into a new job sheet and create a new job themselves. If they click a new job, they will confirm which project they're working on, and then they see a list of the various forms that they can select depending on which trade they're working on to move forward with. By selecting, so I think we're going to select a fire stopping survey for this one, so they'll go through and then they'll see the structured site setup. So here it's a very clean design. They can see exactly where they're working on, they can set their block, their level, and then they can see the drawing as well for that required location. So it's very easy to navigate for an operative or anybody who maybe doesn't have the best skill set with technology. Maybe they're not very good at technology. This makes it very easy, very streamlined for them. From here, they can open up the drawing and they can see a pin. So they can now take this pin, move it around the drawing, and drop it anywhere they like on that drawing to have pinpoint accuracy about where they're conducting their work. They will then confirm the location, and they will see a summary page just to confirm the information they've got. From here, they'll click into the fire stopping install form, and they'll open up their job sheet. And this is where they'll start capturing the data about what the work that they are conducting, in this case for fire stopping. So if they scroll up, they will start to see a standardized form. Now these standardized forms are generally created by a contracts manager, a project manager, or whoever it may be in your organization who is probably back in the office, where they can decide exactly what information they would like the person out on site to capture. So this is completely customizable. They can choose any inputs they like on here, or they can choose from predefined templates that we have within OneTrace. But if they customize this themselves, then they can leverage a variety of different inputs. So they can have text boxes, they can have yes/no questions, drop-down menus, photographs, and this really eliminates the need for operatives or anybody on site to be jotting down notes on paper, for them to be taking pictures on their phone and sending them over WhatsApp, sending emails, maybe accessing Dropbox files as well. So this means that you're recording all the information in a consistent manner, regardless of the individual collecting the data. And it removes any ambiguity in any responses as well. And you also have the option to make some of these fields mandatory as well. So you can ensure compliance and make sure that your operatives or anyone on site is collecting exactly the right information that you need for that job. You can also add in QR codes here, so this is for asset tagging for later on, and you can also request a signature from the operative or the surveyor and a declaration as well for them to sign. So this is ensuring compliance, ensuring that they are saying that they've completed the work to your standards, to your requirements, and they followed the exact specification as well. This is improving traceability, it's improving accountability as well throughout. They will then submit that job, and they'll see that that's confirmed, and they can move on to their next task as well. But for the person, so your contracts manager, your office manager, whoever it is back in the office, they're getting real-time visibility of what's happening. So they can log into the desktop app, and they're going to see all these pins dropping in real time. Doesn't matter how many operatives you've got over anywhere in the site, they're going to see it in real time popping up on the map. They can see the status of those pins. They can ensure that work is being carried out to their standards and on time. So by doing this, you have a simple site setup, and this workflow really allows for your structured project. It allows you to capture data at pinpoint locations. It allows for easy data retrieval at a later date, and I'll come on to some of that in just a little while as well. You can ensure consistency in data capture through standardization, and you can leverage mandatory fields to ensure that all the required information is captured as well. So now let's look at improving accountability. Now this is all about building a quality assurance process in your workflows. So with OneTrace, you can include a feedback loop to make sure that everything's being conducted correctly. So once the operative or your surveyor submitted that form, anyone back in the office can log in here, or actually on site as well, can log in here and have a look at that form and see that this item is up for review. So here also we can see the status. So it's been approved by a site supervisor and a contracts manager, and it's now waiting for a site manager to approve that. So you've got a full audit history or audit trail, and they can approve that work, or they can reject it with comments as well. So this is a very simple feedback process. And I think this has been rejected by the contracts manager because there's not enough photographic evidence been provided. So this sends back a notification to the operative or the surveyor, whoever's carrying out the work, that they need to go back and reassess what work they conducted as well. So it's a very simple quality assurance process. And I hope you can appreciate the sort of redesign we've done here as well. So we've kind of made the real look and feel very clean, very structured. It's very easy to find the information you need. You have all the project information here. You've got the job, who carried it out. You've got the full audit history. And if you scroll down there, you'd have all the information on the form about what was collected. So you're not clicking around trying to find information. It's presented in a very digestible format right in front of you as well. And this really provides the full picture for you, again, whoever's back in the office, to see what's happening on site in real time. So as operatives are carrying out work, as job sheets are being approved, rejected, you can see the live status and progress of all the pins on the location, exactly where it's happening. And again, just by clicking into these, with one click, you can access any information you like. It's really easy to find information. It's going to reduce time. It's going to save you headaches trying to find information. Everything is easy to find. It's very structured and very organized as well. And this helps improve accountability across all your fire protection projects. It improves transparency between your stakeholders. It helps establish a very strong quality assurance process. It gives a full picture, and it ensures that your whole team are working from the same page as well. Now, because you've set up your site in a structured way, you're using standardized forms for your operatives, your surveyors to go out and capture information in the format that you want. It means that all your data is organized, all of it is structured. Now, we've completely redesigned how we organize data. So here I know there's a lot of information to see on the big screen, but this is now all your jobs. So here you can see all your jobs with all the information, with your job reference number, your custom reference number if you have one, the project, the date, the operative, what was the actual form that was completed, its status as well. Now all this information is obviously easily presented. You can click through to anything you like as well in here, but also we've leveraged the power of new filters. So in here you can now filter all the information that you're storing within OneTrace by any of these filters, by date, by status, by approval stage, by location, by operative, by form, any way you like. And you can really leverage the power of multiple filters too. So right here we're looking at what projects are active, and we're looking at, okay, which projects have used the materials of the fireboard and a fire clad. So you're diving down into the detail now, so you can actually see, okay, where have I used these materials, which operatives are using them, when have they been used, and that's very easy to find that information. Data retrieval is really streamlined, it's really quick, it's really easy. And you can also filter by date range. So again, I can add here, okay, let's look between the 15th and 17th and actually see what work was carried out as well. So all the data is now becoming very malleable. You can use it anytime you like to find the information you're looking for. So this is giving you now very structured and organized data. It makes it really easy for you to locate your project information through the search for the filters. And you can leverage those filters to filter by any way you want, by any sort of, by the operative, by the date, anything you like to really understand how your projects are progressing over time. Now, because your data is organized and structured, it then means you can now think about your output and start delivering results for your clients or whoever else you have working on your projects. So you can take this data, you can generate reports instantly with OneTrace. It only take a couple clicks and you've got a brand new report where you have all your project information. You can either pull reports on your full project or individualized items. So this is just one item here where you can see the location, you can see the pin actually dropped on the drawing itself, the specification that was used, the photos and all the information that was collected by the operative, the surveyor, whoever it was. And you can see the history of the full audit trail as well, with the signatures, the timestamps. So you've got a traceability, you have that full transparency, and you've got that accountability as well throughout all your projects. So I think it's really important to start thinking of the output of projects is just as important as the input. So just as much time as you're focused on the capturing, your projects need to, they represent your business, they represent who you are in fire protection. So your projects really need to contain the right information. And I think with having structured, organized data, OneTrace allows you to do that. It also eliminates the need for any follow-up questions or updates, which hopefully saves you future headaches from your clients asking you to come find information. And it's going to build trust, it's going to improve the quality of your output, and in turn, raise standards as well. So this is just a sneak peek of kind of some of the workflows we've been working on. There's a lot more that we've been doing, and I'd love to show you more in the future. But this is what we've done, where we've taken this bottom-up approach, we've gone back, we've redesigned OneTrace from the ground up to really improve the efficiencies of the teams on the ground at an individual level. And this is how we hope to really make a difference in the industry and to help raise standards as well. So as I said, our new software update is called Nexus. We are just getting ready to roll out beta testing in the next few weeks. This is actually the first time we've shown it to everybody, so you're seeing the first instance of it. So we're really excited about it. We're going to roll it out over the summer to our clients as well. And if you'd like to learn more, we'd love to have conversations with you and bring you along on this journey with us. We're not exhibiting this year, but we are, myself and a couple of colleagues are here, so if you'd like to have a chat with us, please let us know. But otherwise, thank you for your time. And yeah, thank you. Cheers, wife.